Who's the player that can raise their draft stock the most in March?
Goodman, go first. I'm dying to hear what you got to say for this one.
I am going with an Alabama
Wembanyama.
player. I am going with an Alabama player.
Ooh, I know who you're going with.
But I'm going Noah Clowney.
Yeah.
Because I think if he gets hot from three, and he's been ice cold lately, but again, he's a big, athletic, skilled dude. And to me, I just think if they go deep and he starts making shots from three, like teams are going to be like, holy shit, what can't this dude do in time? Again, he's still raw, but he's one of those dudes that's got all the skills, all the ability, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I had a tough time with this question because I don't necessarily think that their team's going to go crazy far in a tournament. I do think they're a tournament team, but I don't see them getting to an Elite Eight or Final Four, and that's obviously what you have to do in order to really get seen and sort of shoot up the drafts. But Terquavion Smith from NC State, who I don't think the rest of the country truly knows about. You know, he's got really good size for a guard. He can break you off the dribble, score it any way he wants. He's electric. If he gets a little bit stronger, I'm sure he's already on mock draft boards. I'm not sure where, but I can see that dude being a long time NBA player and a guy that can get some buckets.
Mac, you know what's funny? He was one of the guys that I had written out for the Kemba Walker thing.
Yeah.
One of the under consideration for a guy that can make a run to the Final Four or national championship.
And I told you, like last year we played them twice. And the first time we played them at NC State when Matt Cross hit that three in the corner and Terquavion was taking these wild, crazy shots. And I've been watching them on film and I'm like, this dude has no clue how to play. Then a couple weeks later, they're at our place and it's like, my God, we couldn't stop him. I mean, our guys were like 12 to 15 feet off of him when he gave you the little hezzy and act like he was going to go around. You guys are dropping off so far, and he's a terrific talent.
Yep. All right. So I went full TO on this one. I got two. The first one is Julian Phillips, right? If Tennessee finds a way to make a run, I think it's going to be because they turn him into a go-to guy. He was a top 10, top 15 recruit, something like that. Made his commitment on the field of 68, by the way. That was
the fraudulent volunteers.
The fraudulent volunteers. If they prove to not be fraudulent, it's going to be because Julian Phillips wakes up, and if they make a run, then he's going to fly up those draft boards. The other one that I have, I'm curious to see what your response is going to be to this, Goodman. It's Coleman Hawkins. If Illinois makes a run, a lot of that's going to have to do with the fact that Coleman Hawkins plays well. When Coleman Hawkins plays well, when he's at his best, you got a 6'10" dude that makes threes and passes off the dribble. That's everything that NBA scouts are looking for.
How many directional schools will make the NCAA tournament?
He'll play one of them. Yeah, he'll play like one of them. But regardless, if you have a 3-game stretch where you get good Coleman Hawkins on a national stage, like someone's going to fall in love with that dude, and he's going to end up being like a top 18 pick. Now, there's a very good chance that you could get bad Coleman Hawkins in the first round, and Illinois loses by 25 to some like 11 seed or something like that. That could very well happen. But if Coleman Hawkins plays his best, he's the kind of guy that can fly up those draft boards.
Yeah, no, listen, Coleman Hawkins is NBA teams will love it, right? The long athletic skill big, who can switch on defense. So yeah, I mean, if he gets going, you're right. I mean, he can move from a second rounder to in the first round.
Yep.